The air hums with tension, a diplomatic standoff teetering on the edge of something darker. The Nile is not just a river, it's a fuse, and it's burning. Now, shift your gaze to the Tigris and Euphrates, twin arteries of the Middle East. These rivers carve through Iraq, Syria, and Turkey, lands where history is written in blood and sand. Turkey's dams choke the flow, leaving Iraq's farmers staring at barren fields. In Syria, drought fueled the unrest that spiraled into civil war. Water, or the lack of it, is no mere backdrop. It's a spark in a tinderbox of geopolitics. One nation's gain is another's loss, and the math of survival grows brutal. Far to the east, the Indus River tells a similar tale. Pakistan and India, bound by a fragile treaty, share its waters. But glaciers in the Himalayas, the river's source, are melting under a warming sky. Less water flows, and distrust festers. Farmers in Punjab watch their crops wither, while politicians trade accusations sharper than swords. The Indus is a lifeline for 300 million people, but it's also a fault line between nuclear powers. One misstep, and the ripples could be catastrophic. These are not isolated stories. They are chapters in a global saga. Only 2.5% of Earth's water is fresh, and just a fraction of that is accessible. Every day, 2 billion people drink from sources that may not last their lifetimes. By 2050, the United Nations warns, half the world's population could face water shortages. Climate change is the accelerant. Droughts grow longer, floods more erratic, and glaciers, the planet's reservoirs, shrink year by year. The numbers are stark. The World Bank estimates that water scarcity could cost some regions 6% of their GDP by mid-century. But the true cost is not in dollars. It's in lives, in stability, in peace. Picture a village in sub-Saharan Africa, where women walk miles under a blistering sun to fetch water from a shrinking well. Each step is a gamble, each bucket a treasure. Now imagine a city in India, where tanker trucks rumble through slums, delivering water to those who can pay while others go thirsty. Water is no longer a shared gift. It's a commodity, a weapon, a dividing line. In places like Yemen, militias control wells, doling out water to loyalists while others starve. These are the seeds of conflict, sown in parched soil. But it's not just nations and militias. Corporations enter the fray, buying up water rights in regions desperate for cash. In Chile, rivers have been privatized, leaving indigenous communities with nothing. In California, hedge funds bet on water futures as if it were oil. The market decides who drinks and who doesn't. And when water becomes a luxury, what becomes of those who cannot afford it? Yet, amid the warnings, there are glimmers of hope. Scientists and engineers are fighting back. In Israel, desalination plants turn seawater into a lifeline, though at a steep energy cost. In Singapore, recycled wastewater flows through taps, proving scarcity can spark innovation. Communities in Bangladesh are reviving ancient rainwater harvesting, capturing monsoons to defy drought. These are not cures, but they are lifelines, proof that humanity can adapt if it chooses to. Still, technology alone cannot douse the flames of conflict. Water crosses borders, and so must solutions. The Mekong River, shared by 6 nations, is a test case. Dams in China strangle the flow, leaving fishermen in Cambodia and Vietnam with empty nets. Yet cooperative agreements, however fragile, offer a path forward. Data sharing, joint management, trust. These are the tools of peace as vital as any dam or well. Now close your eyes and imagine a world where water wars erupt. Picture naval fleets facing off over a contested river delta, or militias clashing over a single oasis. Imagine refugees fleeing not bombs, but thirst. This is not science fiction. It's a future that looms if we fail to act. The stakes are clear. Water is life, and the fight for it could redefine our world. But there is another path. Imagine nations sharing data on river flows, farmers using drip irrigation to save every drop, cities investing in green infrastructure to capture rain. Picture a world where water is a bridge, not a battleground. It begins with us, with policies that prioritize equity, with innovations that stretch our resources, with a collective will to see water not as a prize, but as a right. As the sun sets over the Nile, the Tigris, the Indus, the question hangs in the air. Will we let scarcity divide us, or will we rise to meet this crisis together? The answer will shape not just our future, but the legacy we leave for generations yet to come. Water is the thread that binds us all. Will we let it unravel, or will we weave a new story, one of resilience, cooperation, and hope?